Hey gang, Dr. Lee here. So in this video, I want to go over the amnesia that takes over whenever you're dealing with pain and you're experiencing the issues that you come in with. As they start to go away, our brains get all clouded and people start making really poor decisions in that moment. So in order to dive into this, I have to explain a little bit about like how backwards our healthcare system is so that you can make sense of this and hopefully you don't fall into the same trap. So we live in a very symptom-based society where we wait for things to blow up before we fix them, right? We wait until we get sick before we actually work on trying to take care of it. And the way that we try to take care of it is by stuffing and tamping down the symptoms. Right? So if you get a cough, you take a cough suppressant. You don't wonder, why did I cough? And is the cough actually there to support me in healing by getting the mucus out, which is actually excess acidity in the body? No, instead of allowing the body's process to work, we take something to suppress that. Same if we get a runny nose, we try to suppress that. We get a fever, we go, oh my gosh, we got to suppress that. Instead of looking at the body doing things appropriately for us, we assume that the body is stupid and it doesn't know what it's doing and it's making all these mistakes. So when we live and when we look at health from that lens, it is going to lead us to broken understandings and broken ways of looking at how you're supposed to support yourself when you're healing. So that comes to where I see people making huge mistakes is they come in because they've usually gone other places and they weren't able to get the results that they were looking for because they have been pushing down the symptoms and ignoring the problem for such a long time that now it's you can't even take pain meds to stop it. It's just screaming at you all the time, or the whatever organ is not working right. Your digestive tract is messed up. Your headaches are just constantly raging despite taking medications. Like everything is just is pretty severe. And so when people come in, we start getting adjusted, and what we are doing is not treating your symptoms. We are looking at the cause. We're looking at the higher level connection of how the brain controls everything in the body. The brain has to sync everything up, and it does that through the central nervous system, which is the life force energy of the body. You are alive because your spirit is embodied in your body through the central nervous system. If that shuts off, you shut off. You no longer are on this planet in your body. So what we're focused on in chiropractic in our office is we are focused on that one system, making sure that the brain and the body is connected. So, it's easy to want to complain about this, that, or the other, and we'll listen to you complain. But what we're doing is we're focused on that one system. We're not trying to, to massage or rub and dub the areas that are hurting. That didn't work. You've probably tried that. It doesn't work. So we're not going to spend our time or effort on that. What we're going to spend our time and focus on exclusively is on clearing your nervous system and making sure that is functioning at its highest level. Now, that gives results. People start feeling better. Their issues start going away. And here's where the amnesia sets in. Because it's very rare that we ask someone to modify their lifestyle aside from just coming in and getting adjusted, right? And it's so powerful in and of itself, getting these adjustments, that it allows your body to overcome the challenges that it was facing before, and you're actually healing now on a true inside out level, okay? Now, with that, you continue to have the same levels of stressors in your life. You're still having the same work stress. You're still having the same chemical stressors, the pollutants that you're exposed to, the same stress at home in the household. All of these things that have over years and decades stacked up and led you to where you're at right now, those things are still going on, right? You haven't stopped those. We haven't modified any of those. We have just cleared the nervous system. So by coming in and getting adjusted, you were able to heal from all of these things, right? Because we opened up that channel. Now, a lot of people, they say, oh my gosh, X, Y, and Z went away. I'm no longer getting headaches. My digestion is so much better. This is amazing. I'm off my anti-anxiety medications for the first time in 10 years. This is amazing. I'm no longer taking my depressive meds. I am having no more back pain. The sciatica is better. I was able to cancel my surgery because this helped. All of these things. And then people say, thanks, I'm good now. I don't need any more adjustments. I'll call you when I need you. And I sit here, almost like twitching, going like, you don't understand what you're actually saying, and what sort of a outcome you're resigning yourself to, because what you're going to go back to is everything that you were doing before. It all stays the same, but the thing that actually got you well and is keeping you on that path was the nervous system being free of interference. And now you are now saying, you know what, that's not that important. I'm going to go back to doing these things. I'll know if it's a problem because I'm going to wait until things blow up again. And at some point, it's going to compound and compound and compound and get worse and worse and worse. You could do that. People do it all the time. It's a mistake. It's a huge mistake. And I don't say that lightly, because we are dealing with severe health issues in this world, in this country, in this city, in this, like, in your household. People, you're not different than everybody else unless you're making different decisions than everybody else. And that includes taking care of the system that is taking care of you. And so I am very, very much a strong advocate, the strongest advocate of making sure that you maintain getting this system checked on a regular basis. Now, I don't care if that means once a week for you, if that's every other week for you, but don't drop this, the one thing that was actually working for you. And that's the mistake that I just want to be very clear to hope that when you reach that point, that this message is in the back of your brain and you go, oh, you know what? I almost fell into that trap. I almost went back to doing all the things that I was already doing. I've continued to do my whole life and not making any differences. But you know what? I can keep chiropractic as as part of my lifestyle, something so small yet it's so powerful, because it's the master controller of the body. It's the life force energy, right? It's what connects us to the seat of our soul that now lets us drive this machine that is our body here in the physical reality. So I want you to really think about that. You can look at other examples of other people and the mistakes that they're making. It's a lot easier to see other people making mistakes than when you're making a mistake. So I want you to really think about that and hold that in the back of your brain, so that when you come to that decision point, you're able to walk into it with clarity and already know what the best thing is going to be for you to do in order to maintain health in the long run.